shifting my mind to get around you.
So 4 years ago today, someone who now is one of my great friends on YouTube joined YouTube. His name being CuriousHippo, of course. I'm sure you've all read the title, or I guess more prominently known probably back then, CuriousHippo123. Now today I wanted to take a second just to kind of step back from making the usual kind of tutorials or let's plays or streams or anything in that kind of genre, and just take some time out to kind of talk about one of my good friends, Joseph, because it has been a really long time that I've known him. And today, or yesterday more prominently, because I'm running late, believe it or not, I am late to making this video. I really have a lot of stuff behind my schedule, including terraforming in real life. But along with this video being about one of my good friends, it also is my 500th video. So if you guys can real quick, drop a like. Let's try and reach, yeah, I guess 500 likes, because that's obviously going to happen, of course. But anyway, staying on script, 4 years ago, one of my good friends, CuriousHippo123, or Joseph, joined YouTube, and it has been a really long time I've known him. In fact, I started to know Joseph way back when he was only 12 years old. I was only just 16, but I met Joseph, and you know, outside of YouTube, it was on Xbox, but I met Joseph probably late September, early October of 2016, and it's been a journey, honestly. For me to know Joseph, it has really been a journey, and it's why I'm making this video today, because I wanted to kind of explain to you guys how I got to know this guy, and how this guy literally is probably one of the biggest reasons why I'm still on YouTube and why I'm here today. So taking you guys back to mid-September now of 2016, I was hosting Xbox 360 Minecraft games every single day. I had a huge group of friends, more prominently known back then as my Cat's Army, or just my friends. My ex-girlfriend Zoe, my good friend Jason, I had another good friend of mine, Jack, or Vine Galaxy, and us four would just sit and play games all the time. And I mentioned these four people, these, you know, three people and us four in general, in previous videos like my Modern Warfare 3 Remastered video and yeah, a bunch of other ones. I've kind of told the story about these guys, but basically back then I was chilling with these guys and a few other people, including who I now prominently know as the Gnomes, or Dubstep Acids and Dubstep Reapers. But I was chilling with quite a few people back then, and yeah, I was hosting Minecraft maps pretty much every single day. So anyway, the one day I was just doing my usual, I was hosting my Minecraft maps, and one of my friends at the time called Firefly, a little kid who had probably one of the most squeakiest voices in the world, joined and told me he wanted to invite one of his friends. The one friend I wanted to invite was a guy called Kieran, or Kiwi, and he seemed like a pretty chill guy. He invited him to it, and the guy was Scottish as well, which instantly just clicked for me because I'm obviously Scottish. So anybody else who's Scottish, you know what I'm saying, like I have trust issues for anyone else, but if you're Scottish, you know, Scotty, we good, alright, we good. But anyway, Firefly introduced me to Kiwi, and in return, me and Kiwi got along quite well. We were pretty chill. We weren't exactly great friends at the beginning, but we were pretty chill and pretty, you know, alright guys. And I know I'm not a Joseph or CuriousHippo yet, you know, but nonetheless, I'll get there soon. And by the way, I know just saying the name CuriousHippo123 will be really infuriating Joseph, so it's better than me calling him Tim, alright? That's his PlayStation name, or was. So nonetheless, I'm just going to call him CuriousHippo123, because at this point in time in life, this is what he was called. But yeah, anyway, so me and this guy Firefly and Kiwi are hanging around. We're making, you know, I guess some good maps. We're working on worlds. Kiwi's joined me and see my whole builders team, because at this point in time, guys, I was doing YouTube, but I wasn't doing YouTube properly. At this point in time, I didn't even have a PlayStation 4. I was actually recording, I wasn't recording videos, but what I was doing was I was getting free to use gameplay and pretending it was my own, because I couldn't record my own gameplay. I was getting free to use gameplay, pretending it was my own, and then adding voiceover to it and making small rants, or just making random videos, or shout out Sundays and all this kind of stuff back then. And yeah, I was on Xbox 360, as I said, just sitting playing with some friends. And my friend Kiwi, well, this guy Kiwi at the time, wanted one of his friends to join as well, so we let him join. Now, this is where things start to get a little bit saucy, because this is where we really start to kind of meet Joseph and kind of get to know him. So anyway, Kiwi suggests this guy, obviously Firefly suggests this guy Kiwi. I get to know Kiwi a little bit, and Kiwi seems like a pretty decent enough guy. Kiwi wants to invite one of his other good friends who he plays Halo 4 with all the time, and who's another really cool guy apparently called Joseph, or obviously at this point CuriousHippo123. And yeah, we invite him to the party, and this guy literally sounds like the youngest little kid I've heard. Obviously giving Firefly an exception, because Firefly sounds just like the youngest kid of all time. His voice was super squeaky. In fact, just to give a reference of how much Joseph has changed, because I'll know that later in the video, play how he sounds now, and probably play a clip of what he's doing right now in his, you know, current videos and whatnot. I'll just play real quick a clip from back then, and you can hear his voice, and you can hear this 12-year-old CuriousHippo123 speak, and it's just fantastic, honestly.
Hi Hiya guys, it's me CuriousHippo123 and welcome back to the Curious Hippo channel. And today I want to just say that I've started a new series, and it is going to be called Awkward Stories, where I tell stories that happened in my life, at my previous school, and just in life in general. So I hope you enjoy that series coming up. Also, just a few shout outs until I end the video. I know it's a little short video, but shout out to Kiwi Gamer. I know I did a video on this, but another shout out for him. Also, subscribe to Porky Pig. He sadly has stopped YouTube, which really upset me. So, if we can get him to a higher sub count, maybe he'll start again.
Now, just for religious purposes, I'm going to stop the video there because it gets even more cringy, alright? I'm just going to stop it there for religious purposes. Let's just leave this there. Anyway though, so after Joseph joins, I get to know CuriousHippo123 a little bit. We get to have a chat. He seems like a pretty nice enough guy. He's also into doing YouTube like me. At this point in time, he only had like 20, maybe 30, maybe even, you know, less than 30 subscribers. And he was just kind of just starting YouTube. He was really young, he was just getting into it, and I gave him some advice, gave him some tips, and we became, you know, friends. We weren't exactly best friends. Same with me and Kiwi. We were not best friends. We were just, you know, friends. We knew each other. He was on my friends list, I was on his, and it kind of just progressed from that. And it was kind of weird because that was kind of where everything began, but it didn't really start to shoot and grow from there. It kind of just stayed quite dormant a little bit, and it wasn't actually until a little bit later on in time when we kind of got a little bit more closer as really good friends, which is probably where I'm going to skip ahead to in a second. So like I just said, skipping a little bit ahead, skipping at least you know 2, 3, maybe 4 months ahead. I've known Joseph and Kiwi for a considerable amount of time. We've had a couple more games together, a few more chats, and you know, at this point in time, I've currently started making some videos with Joseph. I made some videos like Shower Sundays and some other videos as well on Joseph's channel. We've just done some, you know, other things, PewDiePie's Tuber Simulator, you know, just a few different types of videos. I made some with him, he's made some with me. And at this point in time, I've kind of took it upon myself to start kind of trying to, I guess, tutor him or mentor him on how to become a YouTuber, because even though, you know, I wasn't exactly a big YouTuber back then, I did know a considerable amount more than what he knew, because I've been on YouTube or on the platform for at least 5 or 6 years at this point. So I had already learned quite a lot, but I hadn't learned everything, obviously, that I know right now. So at this point in time, this is where things start to really change for me, because I was currently starting to make more rants. I was starting to get more views. My subscriber rate, my subscriber rate was currently just budging up a little bit at a time, and I was gaining a little bit more popularity, but you know, very little, honestly. And this was about the time I made probably my first ever video on that was considered a really good rant about the gnomes, called the Community Force Rant. And this video itself was just honestly, it was a comedic, funny video, but it was also a hate video against these guys. And honestly, I did not expect, you know, what came next to happen, but it happened. And this is where me and Joseph, our friendship kind of solidified, and that kind of, I guess, became the foundation of what we have today. So basically what had happened was, with these kids, I ended up making this rant video, and it was, honestly, as I said, really stupid because it wasn't honestly necessary. But I made this rant video because these guys had stolen my YouTube name, or pretty much plagiarized it, which wasn't that big a deal. But basically, way back in the past, and then this is still a part of the story, so don't worry, I'm not going sidetracked, but basically a couple years or a year prior to, you know, me giving them this name or whatnot, or, you know, this whole kind of beef, I had a channel with my friends Jason and Jack. So it was like me, you know, like Joe, Jason and Jack, you know, 3 J's. And what we had was something called the Community Squad, and this was like our community-based channel. We all shared the password and email, and we could all upload to it, and it was something that we did kind of work on. I pretty much made all the videos for it, and Jason done a couple. Jack never done any, nonetheless. But what had happened was, we left the channel, but the name was still there, and I gave these guys the inspiration to use that name. And what they done was, they pretty much renamed it, but they didn't. I gave them the inspiration for the name, but I didn't say they could use it. And they called their channel the Community Force, which, you know, Community Squad, Community Force is pretty much the exact same. So anyway, they used the name, and then when I told them off for using it, they started getting cheeky, they started getting rude, and that resulted in me making the rant video that I made. Now, I ended up making a couple more, but after making the rant video, I was threatened by them that they were going to phone the police. Their parents got involved, their family got involved. A huge amount of hate came my way. My videos were being posted up on Reddit, and I was literally being attacked left, right and center from pretty much everybody. Now, the people at this point in time that were my friends were still there for me, but it was the people that were on YouTube, like CuriousHippo and at this point Zoe, who were really there for me, because these guys were all taking the blunt end of the attack. Every bit of hate that I was getting was going directly towards them as well, because they were friends with me. And in result, it ended up resulting with them getting hate that they didn't deserve. But nonetheless, people like CuriousHippo, he actually took it and he gave it back out, and he actually supported me during this entire time. But in between all this, guys, this is where the story kind of got a little bit more thicker, because not only did Joseph support me in this point, it was the next one that really kind of really stuck with me. So as we go on with this story, there's a part in the story where the things really start to kind of go downhill, and this is that part of the story. This is where Joseph, if he's watching this right now, which I know he will be, he'll be sitting very egocentrically knowing what's going to happen next, and the part of the story that probably is the most darkest part of any, I guess, any story on my YouTube career. And that was my channel being terminated. After making the 3+ rant videos I made in the community force, after making an interview with the community force, after being bombarded with hate from the community force and their spare accounts and their family, and being threatened to get the police called on me and getting my videos reported on Reddit to get taken down, it finally happened. My channel came to an abrupt end just what felt like at the very height of its career. I was just past 500 subscribers, and I was just past, you know, so many, I think it was like 40,000 views. I had a video past 18,000 views, and it just felt like honestly the greatest thing ever. I had business contacts, which is like, you know, working with other YouTubers that were much bigger than me, that were just starting to grow up and blow as well. Now the Roblox YouTubers anyway, so it didn't really matter, but nonetheless, back then it was a great opportunity, and I was actually starting to do well for myself. It was starting to build up my channel and its career. And then, as I said, the day after my birthday, it was January 12th, my channel got terminated, January 12th, 2017. So as you can imagine, my channel being terminated was a huge blow for me. It really was, and I mean that in the most, you know, sincere way. I lost my 2 best friends on Xbox, I lost my girlfriend, you know, everything that I enjoyed doing just felt like it wasn't worth doing anymore. You know, the fact I lost my channel when I just started to really get my first ever break at what felt like success and fame, it was just so hard to even want to try and do anything else, honestly. I just didn't even think about coming back to YouTube. I was on the very verge of quitting, and if it wasn't for Joseph and, you know, there was like one other person, my friend Dakota, I probably wouldn't have actually came back to YouTube, or not probably, I wouldn't have. And this is where Joseph really solidified his friendship, because even though I lost my channel, I had nothing. Joseph had nothing to gain from working with me. He had at this point more subscribers than me. I didn't even have a channel, so that was it. Yeah, he had nothing to gain from helping me. He didn't have to do it, he still did. And Joseph took it upon himself to encourage me to start up another channel and go for a round 2 and try my best. And with Joseph's support, I had a PlayStation 4. I just bought one just to do YouTube, and this was my first time ever being able to make videos, and that's how I was doing so well on the channel before it got terminated. But I started making videos. I started a new channel up on January 16th. You know, it only seems, I know it's very short notice, like 4 days, but within those 4 days, like, you cannot imagine the amount of stress and the amount of stuff that I went through. But honestly, if it wasn't for Joseph, I genuinely wouldn't have started up the channel. And it was at a point where it was very brink. If it wasn't for Joseph being there and, you know, my friend Dakota, I probably wouldn't have even considered it. I probably would have just left YouTube forever and never gave it a second go. And luckily, because I did give it a second go, within my first month I blown up, and not blown up, but I gained to 1,000 subscribers, beating my previous channel in a month. Had over 100,000 views. I was making friends. I was building up my channel. I had a whole new platform on PlayStation 4 with no friends from Xbox except from Kiwi, or well, at this point it wasn't even Kiwi, it was just Cal the Gamer and CuriousHippo, but it was still an amazing time, and if it wasn't for Joseph, you know, I wouldn't have been at that time. Now I think from that point there, it kind of just goes on and on and on. You guys already know the story. The channel started to grow and flourish, and we did get back what we had lost and more, and here we are today. But along the way, me and Joseph didn't have our ups and downs. You know, we did have our ups and downs, obviously. At one point, me and Joseph did fall out, and it wasn't Joseph's fault, it was mine. However, at the point in time, I thought it was Joseph's, but to this day, I still regret it, and it more or less was mine. But it was something that was good at the end of the day, because it pushed Joseph to the point where he had to become his own boss, and in a sense, not his own boss, but his own kind of, I guess, group leader. And it kind of made Joseph, I feel like in some sense, the YouTuber that he is today, which is a really cool feeling. For those of you guys don't know, basically, a lot of you won't, it's kind of a bit of a private thing, but me and Joseph had a falling out, and Joseph was a part of my YouTube crew, and at this point in time, I had a decent amount of people a part of it. You're talking maybe 13, 14 people, so it was a decent little crew. I did kick Joseph out of it because we had a bit of a disagreement, not to get too into over Minecraft, may I just say. It was very petty. But what happened though was Joseph didn't give up. He pretty much used everything that I taught him, and from there made his own group and found his own people to be a part of his own group. And it was very small at the beginning, but he started to expand it and find new people and build it stronger and better. And from that, he found people such as Kyle the Hyena. My god, man, it's funny even just saying the name. I forgot what Tia's name was back then, but honestly, it was quite crazy. But the people that Joseph found back then to this day are still great people. I mean, Tia is a great example of it. She still does YouTube, and I mean, when I first seen her, I remember first seeing her because Joseph was trying to build up a group. Me and my mates all seen her, and she was playing with teddy bears, and it was just so cringy. But nonetheless, I must give Joseph credit where it's due. He built a group, and he done what honestly it takes a bigger man to do. He got kicked out of his own one, or he got kicked out of a group that he was a family he was a part of. But he didn't stop there. He started his own group and continued working on YouTube and building this channel up. And right now I think that's pretty much why he's the way he is and where he is right now. Joseph ended up eventually quitting Minecraft. He did do it because it seemed like I done it, and he was a big part of Minecraft with me at one point, but Joseph just kind of grew away from the game. Hopefully one day he does come back. You damn traitor, Joseph. I know you'll be watching this video with a smile on your face. For real, my man, you need to come back to Minecraft because you are a traitor. But honestly, yeah, Joseph left Minecraft, but he built his own channel. He went separate. He didn't follow in my path and do what I done, even though I told him to do that. He used some of the ideas. He used some of the ideas, but he just built his own path and laid his own bricks down and built his own foundation, and I must respect that, honestly. And that's why I'm happy to make this video today, because although I am a day late, because I've been busy, that's why. But because I'm a day late nonetheless, it doesn't mean that I don't care. I'm just a day late, but Joseph knows that. I'm not the best friend in the world, and I think anybody who has me as a friend or who knows me and knows me as a friend knows that. I'm not the best friend in the world, and I never claim to be that, but I'm always there for my friends. And if they ever need it, same with Joseph, he knows that. Anytime he ever needs me, I'm always there, as long as it's serious. If it's something like, come watch my live stream or my video, you may have to wait a couple hours until I'm free, you know, from building a house in Minecraft. That's pretty good. Molto bene, super. It's a spicy meatball. That right there. That's the reason. That's why I do this. That's why I do what I do. That's some. Oh man, that's some pretty good stuff. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, guys, not to keep the video going any much longer, because I feel like I've kind of covered everything. I just wanted to tell you guys how I got to meet Joseph and how we got to become such, I guess, good friends and such great colleagues on YouTube to this day. A couple bonus things that I kind of didn't really fling in there, but funny enough, Joseph was actually the first person to ever, I guess earn me money. It's kind of weird to explain, but basically Joseph actually sent me money in the mail, and it was pretty much the first ever money I received from doing work over the internet, like YouTube. So I guess that's kind of like a bit of a small kind of Easter egg there. I don't know if Joseph ever remember. Joseph, oh yeah, that £15, I need to give you that back one day. But yeah, guys, on top of that as well, man, honestly, I just want to say thank you to Joseph. I mean, along with this being his 4-year kind of like anniversary, or yesterday being his 4-year anniversary, I just want to say well done to him. Honestly, I genuinely am proud of him, and such a whole nother level. I don't say all the time because I don't want to boost his already fragile ego, because I know Joseph sometimes doesn't think that he's good enough, but he really is. But he doesn't need me to tell him that. He always should know himself. But nonetheless, honestly, he's a great guy. And honestly, Joseph, I hope you know that genuinely you may not be where you want to be yet, but you're helping me get to where I want to be. And if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't even be here right now. You know what I'm saying, man? So you can feel accomplishment just for that. But you've helped so many other people, man, honestly, on YouTube and off YouTube, I'm sure. And I also want to say thank you to Joseph for introducing me, or I guess for introducing me to all of his friends, you know, Too Many Turtle or James or Christina, you know, just so many other people that he's introduced me to, honestly, that are his friends that now are good friends of mine, honestly. And it's quite a crazy thing to think, honestly, because it's mad that most of the OGs on my channel that are great friends are friends of Joseph's, and Joseph was actually the person to introduce them to me. So honestly, it's a privilege to have known Joseph and to be his friend, honestly. And I'm really proud of Joseph to still be a part of YouTube and still be putting in the hard work and the hours to make good videos, because honestly, he still does to this day, which is something that really genuinely is empowering to think that even after, you know, 4 years being on YouTube, he's not had the most success in the world, but he's still pushing forward, and genuinely he's on the brink of hitting, you know what I mean, like this guy is going to be huge one day. One day we're all going to be looking down and be like, yo man, I remember that guy when he was like 12 years old and he had the squeaky voice and he was talking about making a new series on Minecraft. Like, my god, man, those were the days. But like, honestly, man, I wish him the best for the future. And for any of you guys that are curious, I will be working, and all pun intended, I will be working with Joseph in the future. We've got a lot of stuff coming in the mail, literally and metaphorically. I don't know why I say literally and metaphorically, it doesn't matter, but there's a lot of things in the pipeline that are kind of working between me and Joseph, because Joseph isn't into Minecraft, which is what I do pretty much 24/7, but there is going to be new series, including maybe some sort of podcast thing, let's keep that between us, but coming in the future. But you never know, guys, we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, I want to just say big ups to my boy Joseph. If you guys haven't already checked him out and you've watched the end of the video, go check him out. He's honestly a fantastic and great guy, and he's an actual pain in my ass, because I had spent all day making this goddamn video. My god, man, I could be earning money from another kind of video, but Joseph's made me make this one. Man, but nonetheless, anyway, I just want to say, Joseph, I hope you have a great day, man, and I know you're gonna be watching this like with the biggest smirk on your face, because you feel so special right now, and I've got a smirk on my face just saying that. So yeah, man, I hope you have a great day. Yeah, other than that, thank you guys for watching today's video. I'll see you guys on the next one. Have a wonderful day or a wonderful night wherever you are, and yeah, guys, CuriousHippo out. There you go. Okay, that's us recording, so just keep it there, and when I say stop, just stop. Right, you're good. Go make some high. Fuck. Okay, wait. Right. Okay. This is so weird. Ah shit. Okay. Okay, let's do this. It's for Joseph. Alright, give me a second, right? Okay. You would be surprised how much I had to do this on Vine. Honestly, it was so fucking shitty. I feel nervous even in my own office. Like, okay. So we just seen a dirt house right now. It's spectacular. The best thing we've ever seen. Let's put yourself in a roll. I'll let him at the stalk someone. Okay. Broke my neck. Okay. Right, there we go. Okay, I'm standing over here. I want to be like this, looking at it like that. I mean, I guess. That right there. That's molto bene. That's superb, man. That's.
Wherever love goes, there is also misery. It's no mystery. And you and I, we got history, yeah. Wherever love flows, there is also tragedy. When we're in too deep. And you and I, we got history, yeah.